The 6-year-old Soviet soldier clutched the phone line, crawling forward on his belly. Suddenly, a shell landed right beside him. Little Sergei was terrified, but he kept going, determined to fix the blown-up communication lines. The messenger was barely hanging on at this point. He used his last breath to show Sergei how to connect the phone line. Sergei then crossed the broken telephone wires over each other, communication restored. The Soviets turned the tide. Sergei nailed it again, pulling off something big. Soon after, the unit got orders to pull out from the front lines. On the way, they ran into another enemy air raid. Sergei was so shaken up, he felt dizzy, and the scout who picked him up was blown up on the spot. The commander's father was also wounded. Sergei was full of heartache. A few short months, he's been through too much. No time to grieve, the troops regrouped and pressed on. They faced many dangers along the way, but finally met up with the main group. That day, Sergei went to his dad as usual to get his assignment. This time, the job is to check uniforms and gear. The soldier saw such an adorable little fighter and thought it was just a joke. A veteran offered him a piece of chocolate he couldn't bear to part with. Sergei swallowed hard but held back.
Я выполняю приказ командира, товарища Кузнецова. Постройте бойцов для проверки.
The soldiers quickly assembled.
Рота, уговоры, рваные сапоги. Шаг вперед.
Then Sergei started checking things out, acting all professional-like. But he still couldn't write, so he quietly asked the platoon leader to jot down the soldiers' names for him. Here's the gear list, General. Handing it over now. The general was thrilled, praising him as an outstanding orderly. His father, the commander, beamed with pride. Then the general asked Sergei what reward he wanted. The little guy didn't want anything else. He just asked the general to let his dad marry the nurse, Katya, so he could have a mom. Surprisingly, the general agreed right away. The commander kept a straight face, but inside, he was over the moon. That evening, the father and son took a walk in the woods. Out of nowhere, enemy bombs rained down again. Sergei dove into the trench without a second thought, but the commander got pinned under a pile of logs before he could react. Sergei quickly stepped forward. He tried to move the wood to save his dad, but at such a young age, no matter how hard he pushed, it didn't budge. He rushed back to the barracks to find his comrades. Good thing they acted fast. The commander is out of danger. Seeing his dad lying motionless in the hospital bed, Sergei, usually tough as nails, finally broke down in tears. He wasn't afraid of blood, not afraid of dying either, but he was afraid of losing my family again, shortly afterward, because of Sergei's valor on the battlefield. The general personally awarded him the Medal of Honor. From this moment on, Sergei became a real soldier. This movie is based on a true story, and the boy in the picture is the actual person it's about.